Hi, my name is Hannah, and a lot of the people that'll see this, they already know me. Today's a really special anniversary for me. It's been 1 year ago today that I had the gastric sleeve done. My starting weight was 360 pounds. Now a year later, I am down to 275. I still got a ways to go, but I'm still losing, so I know I'll get there. There is no specific place that I want to get. I just want to be healthy. I don't care what the ultimate number, the ultimate size is. I don't care. I think people put too much in that anyway. I got to thinking today on my journey this past year. And it's amazing. You know, when I was big, I acted like, it didn't affect me. I could still live life. I did whatever I wanted to do, and it didn't bother me. There was no reason to lose weight. That's what I used to tell myself. Yeah, I had my bad days, where you really feel gross and yucky and you get really depressed. But for the most part, I was fine. I was fine. I used to tell myself I was fine. But there was always that little voice in my head anytime I went somewhere. You go to a restaurant and they ask you if you want a booth, and then you about have a heart attack and you're like, no, don't put me in a booth because I may not fit. Chairs, the ones that have the armrest, yeah, more like hip cutters. I hated, I'd walk into a doctor's office, any place. I'd try to find a chair that didn't have arms. I didn't want it to have arms because that was painful, and then you had to sit there for a long time, and that made it even worse. Wound up actually getting bruises from it. Things just like that. A lot of the things I used to love to do. I used to love to ride rides at the fair. A lot of things that it kept me from doing. I'd go to watch the circus with my kids and couldn't hardly sit there that long because the seat is this big and I was this big, and it was really painful, but I kept telling myself that I was fine. I'm okay. It's not that big of a deal. Now I realize what I was missing out on. I don't care. I can fit into any booth. I can fit into any armrest and actually use the armrest on the chairs. It's like I've been given a new chance on life. And I thank God every day for giving me that. And I don't ever want to take it for granted. But I want people to look at obesity in a different way. You see fat people, and everybody naturally just goes, oh, well, they're lazy. That's just all there is to it. And if they didn't want to be fat, just quit eating. That's it. It's easy. Just quit eating. Quit doing anything that's bad for you, and you'll just be skinny, and then you'll be fine, and everything will be, wine and roses. If you see somebody with anorexia or bulimia, you actually send them to a group or something. They have to get help from somebody, because you can't just tell them, well, start eating or just quit throwing up. I mean, how easy is it? You can't do that. But why? Alcoholics. You've got Alcoholics Anonymous. You've got drug help. Every addiction, there's help. Except for obesity. There's no help. Everybody sees your addiction. You can't go to a restaurant without people watching you, criticizing you. Well, why'd she get pop? Why didn't she get water? Look how big her plate is. Buffets, you can forget it. Golden Corral, I hated going there. It actually made me sick because I knew what people were thinking about me when I went to Golden Corral. You could feel them watching you. It's not easy. I still can't eat very much. I can eat more than just after the surgery, but I still can't eat very much. But still, I'll get into a snacky mood, and I'll go and I'll buy a whole bunch of junk. I've got a whole bunch of junk in there that is still unopened because I still have that craving. I want it so bad. But if I was to go and get a candy bar, there is no way I could even finish half of it and I'd want to throw up. I can't do it, but it doesn't keep me from buying it. Why? Because I have an addiction. I have a problem. And if I don't watch it from now on, just like an alcoholic or anybody else, if I don't watch it, it will come back. And I want people to realize. Now I know there's some of those big people that make me mad. You can take a shower. You don't have to go out looking greasy in your pajamas and looking gross. There's no excuse for that. I don't care if you're fat, skinny, ugly, or short, or tall, whatever. Keep yourself clean when you go out. Because you make it bad for the rest of us. And that makes me mad. But I have, and all of the comments about the people that use the carts at Walmart, you don't know if it's because they're fat. I imagine 90% of the time it is. I had to go grocery shopping on my way home from having a C-section. I had just left the hospital. But because I was heavy, and I knew what people would think if I was running around in one of those little carts to grocery shop, that I was doing it because I was fat and because I was lazy. I walked that entire store, and I was in a whole heck of a lot of pain when I did it. Just think, and now, because I was heavy for so long, my body from the waist down hurts all the time. I would love some days to use one of those carts, but I'm still not going to do it. Because it would still be, well, she's doing it because she's big. I'm not that big, but I'm not that little either. Just think before you judge somebody, is what I'm trying to say. And I'm celebrating my 275 pounds, which to most people would be embarrassing. I don't care. If you think I'm still fat, I don't care. I am heavy, and I will get smaller. But even if I don't, I'm happy. I can run. I can fit. I can get on rides. I can do everything that I've wanted to do. And I'm happy. And so I'm going to end this with just a good smile. And I'm going to add some before and afters of the way I look now and the way I used to look. So I would encourage anybody, if you have a way to do the surgery,